Okay, great. Now, let me introduce myself. My name is Kashif. I have been in this field for the past 9 years. I started as application packager in one of the IT companies, and then I started working as system center administrator. So, so I have started this training, 5 years ago. So I do application packaging training and SCCM training. I am a Microsoft certified trainer as well, and I have done MCSA, MCSE, and SCCM certification from Microsoft. Okay. Now, what we do in the training in application packaging. Okay. So first of all, I will let you know what is application packaging. Okay. So application packaging is to make application installation, uninstallation, upgrade smoothly, right? So when you suppose you have an organization which has more than 50,000 employees all over the globe, okay, and you get a requirement to install one application called Google Chrome, okay. So installation should happen smoothly, whether you are using LANDESK or whether you are using SCCM or different deployment tool, or you are using group policy from to install application in the user's computer, whatever it is. But the application should install smoothly. There should not be any issues with the installation. Also, after the installation, users should be able to use the application as expected. Okay. So what happens, most of the organization, this application packaging started somewhere 15 to 20 years back. Okay. When most of the organization, they started developing their third party application on exe format, right? Exe, setup.exe, executable format. But that was not sufficient because that had multiple issues. Okay. Now it had I have this application packaging Excel sheet here. So exe had many problems, like it did not have transparency. You cannot see what changes it will do in the computer after the installation happen. Okay. You cannot roll back the application. For example, the application while installation, it failed during installation, you cannot roll it back. Whatever the changes it has done so far, you cannot remove them because you don't know what happened, right? It did not have repair method, right? You cannot repair the application. Okay. And application installation was not smooth. Sometime the application is installing, sometime it is not installing. There are multiple issues. You don't get the logs file. There were many issues. Also, there is no set of standard switches available in the market for installation and uninstallation and upgrade. Every application will have its own switches for installation and uninstallation. So Microsoft said, rather using exe, you convert the application to MSI format, okay, which has many benefits. Like it has transparency. You can see whether the files are saving, what changes it is going to do. You can roll back the application. You can repair the application. Application installation is smooth, and there is a standard set of switches available for installation, upgrade, and installation. Okay. So these are the basic benefit of MSI. So that is the reason there are 4 methods of packaging. First method, if the vendor application is purely exe, you need to repackage the application, convert it to MSI. If the vendor MSI if the application is vendor MSI, for example, you download the application from third party, okay, let's say it's Firefox, and it is coming in, it is not coming in exe, it is coming in Microsoft installer, Windows installer file, MSI, then you need to transform based on the requirement you have. You can transform the application using MST format. Okay. Now, if the application is coming in loose file like zip file, and you extract it and you copy and paste it and you start using it, then you can convert the application, you can build in MSI format. And the last one, Microsoft says, my application, do not repackage my application. My application will be coming in .exe format, like Internet Explorer, VC++, .NET Framework, or antivirus. So use the silent switches. Okay, these are the basic 4 methods of packaging. Now I will, yeah. No, we don't need to convert it in MSI, because Microsoft best practice is, Microsoft says do not repackage my application. Okay, because Microsoft it actually contains MSI inside it. Most of the organization like Internet Explorer, VC++, .NET Framework will have MSI inside it. Okay, and Microsoft do not recommend to convert it. Now I will show you the first one in the demo session. Okay, and I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, so let's say you have a requirement of an to install in 50,000 computers. Okay, one application, and that is an exe format, and you need to convert it to MSI, right? So I have this virtual machine. So when we go in the training, we will have this kind of environment. I will have my one virtual machine, Windows 7. This is for SCCM, domain and SCCM. If we don't in application packaging, to see how the deployment happens in SCCM, we can do that as well. That is not a problem. So that is a clean machine. It is it does not have any application installed. It is we downloaded the ISO from Microsoft website and created a new virtual machine. That is a Windows 7 machine. Okay. Now there is a requirement to install VLC Media Player. So what we did, we downloaded VLC Media Player from internet, from VLC website, and this is coming in exe format. You see. So we suppose we need to do the tech review. First we need to do the tech review. So how will we do that? We need to check whether this is purely exe or MSI. So we go to yes, and in the task manager we will find out whether any MSI service is being called or not. So we don't have any MSI service here, but if it contains any MSI, it will call that service. So I am installing this. You see, no MSI is being called. That means it does not contain any. It is just a simple exe file, and that does not contain any MSI inside it. Okay. Now the problem with exe now, when we were installing, did you see what all changes it had made to the registry? Right? You did not see, right? Because, and also after installation, this icon is created on the desktop, right? So for example, if you are installing, and you see these icons under VLC, you have documentation, release note, these unwanted things. Why do we need to give these things to the users, right? When you are installing it in 50,000 computers, right? Also, in control panel, you will see VLC Media Player has uninstall option. So user in your organization, those who have admin rights, they can uninstall the application or change the application. They can play around with the application, right? One more thing, somehow if somebody goes to the program files and deletes some application, like accidentally they delete it, will the application work? It is not going to work, right? So it is not going to restore as well. Nothing will happen, right? So user will have to call help desk or service desk to get the application, repair, uninstall and reinstall. There is only one option, uninstallation and reinstallation, right? So in order to deal with these problems, we need to convert this into MSI. How will we do that? So in order to convert MSI, we need an application called Admin Studio. Okay, Admin Studio. This one is Admin Studio. We just downloaded it from Flexera website. The cost of this application is 4.5 lakh per license. That's a very huge application and the costly application. Okay, we downloaded, we installed it. This is a trial version. I can share the link with you. You can also install it in your computer. The rule number 1: you need to have a clean machine, and on top of it, you install the Admin Studio. Right? Now, let me go back to the previous snapshot, which Admin Studio. I have taken the snapshot of Admin Studio. So this machine is a clean machine, and it has only Admin Studio installed on it. There is nothing installed apart from Admin Studio. Now, let me show you what happens. So I'll go to Admin Studio and I'll open Repackager tool because I need the repackaging wizard to convert the application from EXE to MSI, right? So first of all, I'll copy the setup file on the desktop. So I'll copy my VLC media player on the desktop. This is my application which I downloaded from internet, and this is an exe format file. If you see, this is an exe. Now repackaging tool is open. I'll click on capture and installation using repackaging wizard. Next. I'll use snapshot. I'm not going into details now, because this is just a demo session. Okay. Use this multiple step, analyze system state. It will analyze the system current state of the system. Whatever it is reading the files fold. Sorry. Repackaging means this is an application, right? And you are converting it to MSI from EXE to MSI. That is called repackaging. Okay. So now what we are doing, we are using Repackager tool, and Repackager tool is taking the initial system state. Okay, it is reading how many registry it has, how many files and folders it has, how many DLL it has in this computer. It is calculating everything and keeping it in its own database. Okay, it has its own database. It will keep all those things into its own database, and after that it will give us a dashboard that this computer has these many application files and folders and those things, and we will install the application. After that it will show us how many files you have added, how many registry you have added, how many DLLs, INI file you have added, how many shortcut you have added to the computer. You understood? It's a delta change, and that will be, we will use that delta change to create our MSI. Okay. So right now the first step, the initial stage is going. So let me open this one, MS Paint. So this is the initial state of the computer, this is the final state of the computer, and this is the change which is done in the computer. Let's say I'll take this as a change. This is the change. So initial stage, initial update. This one is the installation or change, and this one is the final snapshot. So system change, we will get system change equal to final minus initial. Understood? I'll let you know. First, we are doing this one at the moment. Okay. Initial state, that is being done. This is getting done. The initial stage. This one. It is capturing all the DLLs, all the registry, all the files. Okay. This is done. So first one is completed. This one is completed. Okay. Now what we will do, we will install the application. So what we are doing this one now. Next, install. Done. Installation completed. So we have completed this one. Okay. Now what we will do, we will open the repackager tool again. And we will use this capture and installation using repackaging wizard. Next, snapshot. And this time we have chosen the above this one, analyze the initial. Now we will choose this one, analyze the status, system status change, right? Next, what have you done? So I have installed VLC, right? So VLC media player 2.2.1, 2.2.1, and the version is and company name is VLC. So it is going to create the changes, and it is going to save the changes in this folder. This folder is not yet created. So we'll click on start. It is asking, do you want to create that folder? We will say yes, and now it is doing. So this one is completed. Now we are doing this one. Okay. It is going to take some time because it will capture whatever the changes you have done so far. It will capture all the shortcut. It will capture all the registry entries. It will capture all the files you have added to the computer. And at last, it will tell you that whatever the changes you have done, that will come as a dashboard. Okay. So it is going to do in few minutes. Because while installation, you might have added some registry entries, right? You might have added some files, some shortcuts, right? These are the shortcuts added to the computer. While installation, you added some files on the program files folder, right? These are the files added, right? So everything is getting calculated, whatever the changes you have done. And then it will give us, this will be done, and then we will get this one, status change final minus initial, means this one minus this one, and we will get this one, the output. This will be our output, and that output, we will use that output to build our MSI. Okay. for pop-up to be disabled, there would be a registry entry or an XML file. You can remove the registry entry from enable to disable, or in XML file you can make this true or false, something like that. So the pop-up will not come to the user. Okay. Most of the time you will get it in registry, and there you can make the changes. Okay. Like I can show you for Java. In Java you get the check for update. So in the registry we have one setting which we can make that setting from enable to disabled. Then check for update will be gone. It will be hidden to the user. User will not be able to see it. So now you see it is calculating everything. It is going to C drive, Windows, WinSX, each and every folder it is going and checking whether you have made any changes. Did you add anything here? Okay. And after that it will give us an output like this, status change equal to final minus initial. So it is going one by one. It went to the registry first. Now it is going to the drives, folders, files. Sorry. Kashif. Oh, okay. No worries. Yeah, no worries. Sure. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so this has completed the capturing thing, and now you will get initial output, and this is the output. You see, you see how many has added. It has added 652 files. It has added 2,123 registry entries. It has added 17 shortcuts, right? Now we can go to files and folders. In files and folders, we can go to this video LAN. You see these are the application files. I'm not going to touch this. Apart from this one, whatever the unnecessary thing, we will remove those things. This is admin studio. We can exclude this. We can exclude this. Windows volume user, all user, FlexNet. We can exclude this one. We can exclude. Registry, similarly, you need to find it out whichever the things are necessary. If it is not related to your application, you can remove those things. Okay. So I'm not going in details because it's a demo session, so I'll leave it as it is. Shortcut, yeah, I have to remove unwanted things. Documentation, release notes, only the things which are needed. So VLC media player. Start menu. I will remove the unwanted things, only the thing which is needed. Desktop, this is fine. Okay. Now that's it. Yeah. So I have done the filtration. Whatever the things, unwanted things were there, I have excluded them. Now I'll click on this build option. So it is going to build it in MSI format. So it is going to take some time. So it is now converting all the changes, the output, to an MSI format. This one, system change, and it will give us an MSI. We are building an MSI. So as it is going to take some time, I'm going to pause the video, and then we will, when it is done, I'll let you know. So now you see this is completed. This has created the MSI file. So I'll go to this location, see packages, MSI package, and this is my MSI file, which I copy this and paste it on my shared location, which I will be using in a moment. Okay, now I can revert the setting. I can go back to the previous snapshot. Okay, the only thing which I need to do, I need to copy the MSI file back to my virtual computer. So VLC, I have created this one, VLC media player, and I need to, this is an MSI file. If you unhide the extension, you see this is an MSI file. I need to, before I install, I need to edit this, edit with install shield. Yes. I need to do a couple of changes, and then this is all set to go for 10,000 computers or 50,000 computers, you know. Sorry. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to go to general information. I'll check whether everything is correct here or not. So VLC Media Player, product name, version is correct. In title, we have to give the same name, VLC Media Player. Author will be the packaging team. Okay. And we don't want to give change button to the user, so we'll disable it. We don't want to give remove button to the user, we'll disable it. Only repair option will be given to the user. um, that's it. I'll click on save. Okay. Now, in order to install the application, I will open CMD with admin rights. And now I will take you to my desktop. So I'll navigate to desktop. And now this is an MSI file, we'll use MSI service to install the application. This is the command for it. MSI exec.exe/I for installation, and then VLC Media Player. And if you want to install it silently, you can put this one. Q means quiet mode, and for no restart. So application is getting installed in the backend. You see the icon is come on the desktop, and you will also see one icon here. And now this time it is not giving you the unwanted icons like documentation, release note, and other unnecessary things. So the benefit of MSI, you will see now, the application installed smoothly. The second benefit is in control panel, in add and remove programs, you see only repair option is there. Not uninstall or change the application. User will be able to repair the application if the application is not working properly. This is the first benefit. The second is in user or some accidentally deletes the file from here, accidentally. And now if I just double click on this, it is going to bring all the files back to that location. You see, all the files came back, and that means it has self-healing method. It has repaired the application and brought it is working. You see, everything is available, right? It is working as expected and working perfectly fine. Now, in order to uninstall the application, you just have to change the command from I to X for uninstallation, I for installation. So it will be gone. This icon will be gone in a moment. It's gone. It's gone from here as well. So installation and uninstallation is smoothly, and this is called repackaging, converting from EXE to MSI. Okay. So as this is, I'm not going in details. There are multiple methods of when MSI to MST, loose file to MSI building, and silent switches, and others as well. The demo session, I hope I hope the session was informative, and thank you for attending the demo session. Have a nice day. Bye bye.